Dear students, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In the previous lesson, we have learned about al-fi'l al-mazi, that's past tense, and the various forms, different forms of al-fi'l al-mazi, the past tense, in its conjugation. That's according to the pronouns, all the 14 forms: huwa, hiya, huma, hum, hunna, up to ana wa nahnu. Today we'll learn about al-fi'l al-mudari, that is the verb that denotes present as well as the future tense. Al-fi'l al-mudari, the present as well as the future tense. We have seen that in the past tense we suffix some letters to the basic root of the verb in accordance with the person performing the action, performing the verb. Like for example, as we have learned this verb kataba, huwa kataba, kaf, ta, ba. These are the basic three letters, the root of the verb. Huwa kataba means he wrote, and when we want to say she wrote, here katabat, we added a ta at the end of the kataba and it becomes katabat. Huma turns into kataba, the two dual, the two wrote. Huma for feminine, katabata. Likewise, whom, katabu, waw and alif is added at the end. Katabna, noon is added. Anta katabta, anti katabti, so on and so forth. Ana katabtu, ta at the end with dhamma. Katabtu, nahnu katabna, noon and alif is added at the end. So we have seen that in the conjugation of the past tense, every form from huwa to nahnu begins with three letters, three root letters, that is kaf, ta, ba, while as any changes according to the gender or the number is reflected at the end of the verb. Every verb begins in the past tense with these letters kataba, kataba, katabat, kataba, katabu, katabna. While as in the future tense and in the present tense, that is al-fi'l al-mudari, let us see how these changes occur. How is the basic root, how does it actually take different forms according to the pronouns, according to the person, according to the one, according to the number and gender who is performing the verb, who is actually doing the verb. So al-fi'l al-mudari, the present and the future tense, will take the same verb that we have learned for the past kataba. In the present tense, in the future tense, instead of adding any letter at the end, the change occurs in the beginning. Kataba is prefixed with ya for huwa. Huwa, he. Huwa yaktubu, he is writing or he will write. And the meaning is taken according to the context. Whether it means he is writing or he will write, that meaning is actually that comes from the context. Huwa yaktubu, he writes or he will write. Huwa yaktubu, you see the ya is added in the beginning. Here taktubu, ta is added in the beginning. Here taktubu, huwa yaktubu, here taktubu. Anta taktubu, you for masculine. Anta taktubu, singular, second person. Huwa anta taktubu, and here taktubu, these are the verb is in the same form. Here taktubu means she is writing or she will write. Anta taktubu is for both the forms, and you are writing. Anti taktubina, you are writing, but for feminine. Ana aktubu, I am writing. Nahnu naktubu, we are writing or we will write. So these four letters, that is ya, ta, hamza and noon, these are the four letters. Hamza, ta, ya, noon, these are prefixed to the basic verb form, basic three letter root of a verb in the past tense to make it present or future. We have taken only few pronouns, that is huwa, hiya, anta, anti, ana, nahnu, whereas we have seen in the past tense we conjugated the verb in 14 forms: huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antuna, ana, nahnu. Whereas in this case we have taken only 6 forms: huwa, hiya, anta, anti, ana, nahnu, so that we can practice enough these 6 forms and then take up further forms in next class. So for I have told you that in the present or the future tense, the change occurs in the beginning, that is, verb is these 3 letters, root letters are prefixed with ya or ta or hamza or noon. But here is one example for second person singular feminine: anti taktubina. You see in the beginning we have added a ta, taktubina, but then at the end we see 2 letters ya and noon suffixed as well. So in other forms also you will see that ya, ta, hamza and noon are added to every form. When we when we'll see inshallah this whole conjugation, in other forms some letters are added at the end as well. But let's leave it for now. We'll concentrate only on these 6 forms, and in order to uh, make it clear enough, let's take a group of few verbs to practice it. And here we go, we have certain verbs. We are not going to read and learn all these verbs written here, but we'll take only a few out of these. Af'al means verbs. Yamshi, yajri, live it. Then we have yas'adu, yas'adu. The picture is, I guess the meaning is self explanatory. Yas'adu, he is going upstairs. Yas'adu, he is going upstairs. Yandilu, he is coming downstairs. Yajlisu, he is sitting. Then we'll move on to yarka'u, he is performing ruku in the salah. Yasjudu, he is performing a sajda. Is then we can move on to this. Ya'kulu, he is eating. Yashrabu, he is drinking. Yaktubu, he is writing. Yaqra'u, he is reading. Then yadhaku, he is laughing. And yaftahu, he is opening the door. Yakhruju, he is coming out. Yadkhulu, he is going inside. So we have taken these verbs: yas'adu, yandilu, yajlisu, yarka'u, yasjudu, ya'kulu, yashrabu, yaktubu, yaqra'u, yanamu. No, leave this yanamu for now. Yakra'u, yadhaku, yaftahu, yakhruju, and yadkhulu. So these are given in the first form. Huwa yas'adu, he is going upstairs. Now if you want to say she is going upstairs, you say hiya tas'adu. Like huwa yaktubu, he is writing. Hiya taktubu. On this same pattern, you would say huwa yas'adu, hiya tas'adu. And you are going upstairs, anta tas'adu. You are going upstairs. For feminine singular, anti tas'adina. And for first person singular, ana as'adu. For plural, nahnu nas'adu. Likewise, huwa yanzilu, hiya tanzilu, anta tanzilu, anti tanzilina, ana anzilu, nahnu nanzilu. Huwa yajlisu, hiya yajlisu, hiya tajlisu. Huwa yajlisu is sitting, hiya tajlisu, she is sitting. Anta tajlisu, anti tajlisina, ana ajlisu, nahnu najlisu. Huwa yarka'u, hiya tarka'u. أنت تركع أنت تركعين أنا أركع نحن نركع. هو يسجد هي تسجد. أنت تسجد أنت تسجدين أنا أسجد نحن نسجد. He is eating. هو يأكل. She is eating. هي تأكل. You are eating. أنت تأكل. You are eating. أنت تأكلين. I am eating. أنا آكل. We are eating. نحن نأكل. هو يشرب. He is drinking. She is drinking. هي تشرب. You are drinking. أنت تشرب. You are drinking for feminine. أنت تشربين. I am drinking. أنا أشرب. نحن نشرب for plural. هو يكتب. We have seen this هو يكتب، هي تكتب، أنت تكتب، أنت تكتبين، أنا أكتب، نحن نكتب. I'm leaving يقرأ and يضحك, يفتح and يخرج and يدخل for you to practice. So with these examples we'll conclude this lesson. Do practice all these verbs given here on the pattern that we have seen with these pronouns huwa, hiya, anta, anti, ana and nahnu. Thank you very much.